And what you're seeing here is a mirage. We typically would not be able to see this for the Lake Michigan shore. We talked about this last night. Conditions are right on the lake that we're actually seeing a mirage.
When looking for the curve, sometimes you find it's really easy to see the curve. And sometimes it's very obvious, so obvious that you think, how can anyone not see the curve right in front of their eyes? But then there are other times when you can't see the curve. The earth looks really, really flat, unbelievably flat. And the horizon is always rising at eye level. And you've seen many different angles of these long ridges where there's a lot of curvature, hundreds of feet of curvature missing. We've seen as high as 73 miles up, and the horizon is flat. So why do we have these contradicting amounts of curvature? Because we know that a fisheye lens can curve a straight line, especially on these high altitude shots. It can curve a straight line, but it's nearly impossible at this angle to straighten a curved line or to make the curved line bend in the opposite direction. And we've seen the horizon go from concave to convex to flat many times if you've watched amateur high altitude footage or even NASA footage with their rocket launches. And so I wanted to do an experiment on my own. Many people have done similar experiments, but if you have a lengthy flat surface that allows you to get really close so that it's kind of realistic in comparison to where you would be on the earth size-wise, so you get down low to where the level flat surface is at eye level, kind of where the bottom of this marker is, and you look out, you see that the objects, in this case it's markers, are going out over a curve. It really appears to be some sort of curve that they are going over, and you can make this observation yourself anywhere where you have a surface like this. And that's why with the lake pictures where you saw the power lines going over the lake, from that particular angle you see obvious curve, and you will see that replicated many times from that particular angle, but you'll never see it from up high or out to the side. The only time you see it is from this one particular angle, and that's why those pictures are so famous at proving that the flat earth was a lie. Okay? Any flat surface from that angle will give you the exact same effect. Okay? Many times you can repeat this experiment. And here is a good example, and this is what I did, was in an indoor environment. Here is an example of an outdoor environment where you're looking across a lake. Many flat earthers have seen this, where you actually can see the water curve. Okay, so watch closely at the water, and it's going to curve. It's not physically curving, but visually you're seeing a curve due to the amount of moisture in the atmosphere acting like a lens. Okay, it's really impressive, the amount of moisture in the air, especially over a large body of water. And you're going to watch this water appear to curve upward, and the shoreline will vanish. Yes, I know it's a mystery, but not really. There's always a scientific explanation for things, even if they go against what you believe. Just like the shoreline vanishing behind a curve, it's not the curvature of the earth. This can be repeated time and time again. The water is waving like a flag as the amount of moisture in the air changes. This is kind of beautiful to watch. The elusive curve. So that's enough. You can watch this yourself. I'm going to link this in the description. But here is an example of why we have such extreme changes based on moisture in the air. Moisture always acts like a lens. Okay? Water does, but even moisture in the air. Okay? That's why this pencil looks curved. Right here. It's not really curved. You pull the pencil out, it's magically straight again. Okay, and here is an example someone did from ground level. This curve looks familiar, like the bridge, but then you raise up and see not as curved as you thought. It's actually a flat surface, but it looks just like the power lines. So everyday, regular people getting out and doing experiments are finding out why sometimes we see the curve and why we don't.